Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kathy and this is the Metaphysical Babes. Today I want to talk about movement. Movement is a word that you hear very often within the manifestation community whenever they talk about signs that your manifestation is on its way. Signs would be things like perhaps you're manifesting your SB and you see somebody that resembles them, or they have similar names, or you hear a song on the radio that you and your SB used to listen to all the time, etc., etc. So from the time you make your request to the universe or to God and the time that your manifestation arrives, so you will see movements. But here's one thing that I realized. There are no movements because you are the movement. The movement is everything that is happening within yourself. It is your faith that actually moves rather than the outside. Whenever you're looking for movement, you are still relying on the three-dimensional plane. You're still relying on the 3D. Faith is a substance. If you think about it in the terms of what Joe Dispenza would call the heart and brain coherence, then faith is the substance that moves from the heart to the brain, and that creates this chemistry. So whenever you think of something, actually it creates a certain chemistry and is what they call vibration, because thought is chemistry. The metaphysical school states that we are thought being within the thought or the universal mind. So faith is a substance, and this is all really that needs movement, and it's up to you to make it move faster and stronger until your manifestation arrives, because there is no delay. It will arrive. It's just that you need to believe that it has already arrived. I would be relentlessly looking for signs as movement, thinking that would indicate to me that my manifestation is on its way, or it is happening, or in order to enter the state. Okay, these signs will speak to me, and then all of a sudden I'll be in the state of receiving my manifestation. Meanwhile, I would forget to do the work internally. We forget that everything happens within. By the way, I don't remember the passage in the Bible. If you can do me a favor and put it in the comment section, I would really appreciate it. The one that talks about faith being a substance of things unseen. Stay tuned until the end of this video, because I have a great story for you of how I was able to manifest $8,000 when I was looking to buy a car, when I was living, working, and doing business in Haiti. So stay tuned till the end of the video for this story. So yes, everybody talks about movement and movement and movement as if you're waiting for signs, to see signs, to hear signs, etc., etc. Meanwhile, we forget that everything is happening within. Our faith is what needs building. It's what needs to get stronger as we await for our manifestation. It dawned on me because I realized that every time I was able to manifest people or things or money in my life, it was a knowing, first of all, that I knew that I needed this thing or I wanted this thing, and I was going to have it no matter what. Call it delusion, perhaps, but there was a certainty, because that's what faith is all about. Is that reassuring, this overwhelming confidence that your God self can do anything, can have anything, and can be anything. And this is what we should spend our time persisting on. It is to build that faith. How do you build your faith? It is, of course, by spending time with yourself, understanding that you are this complex being that is working perfectly every day. The intelligence behind this, there's a computer behind this that is running everything, or an operating system that is running this being and is making everything happen. Once you connect to that intelligence and you understand that it is you and you are this intelligence, then your faith starts building, it starts growing, it starts working. So when I started thinking back, connecting the dots backwards, I realized that I was an amazing manifester I just didn't know I was doing it. This is why they tell you that you're manifesting at every moment. Every thought you think, you're manifesting. Thought is chemistry. It is like a substance that moves. Just don't see it. So I was manifesting everything. Like I said, I worked and I did business in Haiti. I moved to Haiti when I had no family, no immediate family, no friends, no money, nothing, no place to live. I took a leap of faith. I said, I'm going to go there. There's something for me that is waiting for me there. There's something for me to learn. And I'm supposed to go through this process so that I can become the woman that I know that I can become. Although at the time I didn't know it, it was towards the end of my journey that I realized that what I needed to learn, and I had learned it. And this is why I want to do what I'm doing right now. And I'm finding my voice. It has been a hard process to be able to relay the messages of, this journey that was so transformative for me, because I kept thinking, oh my God, English is my third language. Am I going to be clear enough? Am I going to be well spoken enough? Am I making sense? But I said, I can't let that stop me. I got to keep going. Eventually the message will be clear enough and it will find the necessary people, or the necessary people will find this message. Anyway, so I realized that the whole time that I was making my manifestation requests, it was my faith that was moving everything for me. And I'm going to tell you the story about how I was able to get a car when I had no money at all. And I had no idea how I was going to do it, because Haiti is a tough place. You cannot move around without a car. You cannot move around without money. I moved to Haiti with no money and I was able to build a 6-figure business. How? When the circumstances seemed to be going against me in every way. I went looking for an apartment when I didn't know how I was going to pay for that apartment. Well, I can sit here and say that there are a lot of mistakes that I made, which logically I made some mistakes. But of course, as the God being that we are all perfection. There are no mistakes. Everything is supposed to prosper us, but not harm us. Once we understand that, we start looking at our lives as just this magical journey that is supposed to mold us and build us into the man or woman that we're supposed to be. Yes, I made mistakes because I was naively moved by feelings and thoughts, which I didn't know where I got them from. But I was just going by those things every time. But there are so many stories I could tell you. But tonight, I really want to tell you the story about how I got my car. But before I get to that, I just want to reiterate that faith, okay, which is a substance, is what we need to work on. And it's the only movement that you need, because you are the movement. No outside sign is going to show you anything. Now, if you want to look at them and condition them or interpret them as signs of you getting your manifestation, that is up to you. But then you're going to miss something that is very, very crucial for any future manifestation. And this is where I think I made mistakes. When I thought that I was just lucky, I said, thank you, God, thinking that God just gave it to me without realizing that there was something in me that was working that actually brought these things to me. It's like this operating system, which I mentioned earlier, within ourselves. It's like the GPS. If you don't put the address in, the car doesn't know where to take you, or the GPS will not know where to take you. But once you put that address in, it knows exactly where to tell you to turn, whether it's right or left, or keep going 500 feet, etc., etc. So faith is like that. Once you plugged in, it starts telling you where to go, and you really trust it. How can you trust a GPS to take you from point A to point B, but not trust that substance within? It is, again, what Joe Dispenza called the heart and brain coherence. You will feel it. You will know it. So it was my faith from the time that I knew that I wanted a car and the time that it arrived to me. I was going blindly, knowing that I was going to have a car, because how could I be here and not have a car? Because I know I want to be here. I know that I have to go places. I have things to do. I need a car. I will have a car. So I was waking up every day when I knew that I needed a car. I had to have a car, and I wanted a car. I desired a car. I would wake up every day and I would say this: I don't know how, but I know that I have a car. I don't know how, but I know that I have a car. I don't know how, but I know that I have a car. I would say this every day as I would wake up. I said it for a certain amount of times, and I kind of like let it go the moment I started having conversation around me getting a car. Because the next thing I did was started talking to people about me getting a car, as if I had the money already. I would call people up. Hey, do you know anybody that is selling a car? I'm looking for a car. Oh, what's your budget? I didn't have any money, okay? Well, my budget, $10,000, $8,000, $6,000. I would just give random numbers to random people, depending on who I was talking to. I had no idea, guys, how I was going to get this car. But something in me was building, and it was my faith, that I knew that this car was going to come. I just didn't know how. Oh my God. Was it delusional? Yeah, maybe. But I had it. I ended up getting my car, and I'm going to tell you exactly how it happened. So I was working for a pharmaceutical company, and I would visit clients, right? I was given a driver and with a car, the company's car. So my driver will take me to visit my clients. And among the many clients that I would visit, I had one pastor that I thought the products that I was selling at the time, which were filters, water filters, perhaps could work for his congregation, with the people going to his church. You know, who knows? So I was just trying to sell, because I would make some commission like that, because it was a part-time job that I was offered as I was there, and still figuring out a plan of what I was going to be doing in Haiti. Because like I said, I moved to Haiti with nothing, absolutely nothing. It was a friend that told me, well, by the way, we have somebody that we need that can take over this, as he was building a business himself. Or actually, there were a couple, they were building a business themselves. They were like, you know, why don't you take over this? But don't expect too much. It doesn't really pay. So it was with that job, and I was living with a friend at the time, and it was with that job that I were to pay my apartment, and I were to do everything. And I cannot even begin to tell you that it was not enough, because it was a part-time job, and Haiti doesn't really pay like per se the US. I mean, you can find high-paying job, but this one was not one of those high-paying jobs in Haiti. So I would visit clients. So I visited this particular client, and I just so happened to talk to him about me looking for a car. And right in front of me, he made a phone call about, you know, and he called somebody and said, hey, I knew that you had a RAV4 to sell. What, is it still on the market? Are you still selling it? And he asked me what my budget was. And I think at the time, yeah, actually, I did tell him that my budget was $10,000. And the friend says, no, you know, I'm selling my RAV4 for $14,000. Yes, Haiti, things are quite expensive. And I'm talking about 2016. So an old RAV4, probably, if I'm not mistaken, that probably was 8-10 years old that they were selling at that price. Imagine, that's Haiti for you. You would not believe it, but trust me, everything's expensive over there. I don't know how, but it really is. So I was like, okay, that's out of my budget. So the pastor then asked me, well, my dear, if you're going to buy a car here in Haiti that is reliable, you're going to need more than $10,000. That's not enough. And I said, oh, well, that's my budget. And now, guys, this is where I logically can say that I made some mistakes, because I was not specific when I was asking the universe or God that I don't know how, but I know I'm going to get a car. I was never specific. I just threw a number as far as my budget, because I thought it was respectable. Because if I said $5,000, they'd be like, what is this guy? What are you even doing here looking for a car for $5,000? You're not like, get out of this country if this is your budget. Because it was like that at the time, right? So I said 10K to make myself look good. And even then, 10K was like nothing. People would be like, if you're looking for a car, 10K in Haiti, good luck to you, my dear. So he said, wow, 10K, yeah, you need better than that. So I didn't say anything. I said, well, it is what it is. Perhaps if I need more, I'll ask my mom. My mom, no, that's not true. I made that up. I moved to Haiti on my own. My mom had no business in me moving to Haiti. As a matter of fact, she would have never bet against New York or the United States to move to Haiti at a time where things were so critical, 5 years after the earthquake. Who would want to move there? And I attempted to move to Haiti several times after the earthquake, mind you. But I moved finally in 2015, officially. So no, my mom was not going to give me anything. And I wasn't going to ask her, although I did try. And so then, okay, I moved on, and, I talked to my boss at the time as well. I told him that I was looking for a car. And, and he told me, okay, I'll keep an eye for you, and so on and so on. So I kept thinking that I was going to have this car. And I think if I remember correctly, I would still wake up and tell myself that I know I'm going to have a car. I can feel it. It was this overwhelming feeling that I'm talking about, that you have this reassurance and this confidence within yourself that you can do and have and be anything. And it was there building in me. And for me, that is the movement that I'm talking about when I say that you are the movement. That is the movement you need to be looking for. Nothing outside needs to worry you, needs to bother you. Nothing. Close your eyes. Go blind, actually. Well, one YouTuber that I like very much talked about that. About, acting like a blind man. So I remember I would visit the pastor very often because I wanted to make a sale with him initially, because I wanted to make the sale because I wanted to get paid commission, because I needed that little bit of money that I was going to get, which was not much at all. Probably $200-300 is what I was going to get, to be quite honest with you. And this story is a story that I've never shared with anyone because I was always afraid that they would judge me and look at me like I was crazy. How did I manage to get this money, this cash money, out of thin air? Like how? You must have done something. This is how people are. So I never wanted to share the story, not even with my family, my sister, no friend whatsoever. So I'm sharing it here because I know this community, the manifestation community is open-minded. They understand this because this is what they do. You guys manifest. You guys are manifestors. We are all manifestors. Okay, this is what this channel is about. As much as I also want to talk about the mindset that I had to build while I was living in Haiti to get to doing 3 different businesses in the midst of chaos, in a way. And I succeeded at everything that I did. Did I become Jeff Bezos? No. But I did succeed at what I was doing. Nobody could just say that they went to Haiti with nothing and come out the way that I came out. But we'll get to talk about those things. As a matter of fact, I wrote a mini book, if you will. I want to turn it into a complete ebook on being resilient and how the skills that I adopted in Haiti, to succeed in Haiti. I have a list of 10 to almost 11 different skills. If you want to check it out, it's in my Stan store. By the way, if you want to support me like that, please do take a look at it. So I get to talk more about those, those skills, the mindset I had to really, really, really build. And no university can bestow this upon you guys. I'm not saying that you have to go to Haiti or a country like Haiti to build the skills or to have that mindset. I mean that in terms of the circumstances, you cannot let your circumstances decide who you are, because it's all here, right? That's how I managed to do what I did in Haiti. And I'm proud of myself, no matter what. I really am proud of myself. I'm proud of myself. But anyway, so then I continued in the knowing that I was going to get my car and believing that I was going to get my car. My faith became my movement. So I went back to see the pastor one day and he told me, "You don't have money, do you?" As I sat with him in his office. I said, "Well, right now I have $2,000. And if I asked my mom, my mom would send me the rest." I was lying. I didn't have $2,000, guys. I did not. I did not have $2,000. I didn't want to make this video too long, but I think it is going to be for the sake of the story, so you can get the point. So I didn't have $2,000, okay? And I told him that I did. And he said, you know what? I've been wanting to bless somebody. I kid you not, guys. God is my witness. I wanted to bless somebody, and I'm going to bless you today because I think you need a car. A young woman like yourself, a beautiful woman like yourself, you shouldn't be going around without a car here in Haiti. This place is a tough place. You need something. So he goes into his drawer. He takes cash. And this is real, guys. I'll never forget this. Never forget this. He takes it like cash, like $2,000 at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 4, 6, 8. He counted $8,000 right in front of me. And he says, you can add the rest since you said you have $2,000. Go get yourself a car. And this is how I'm blessing you today. I was shocked, in disbelief. I sat there. I was like, what is this guy going to ask me now when he makes this move? I was really terrified. I didn't understand what was happening. And I said, no, what do you mean? What are you talking about? I didn't ask you for money. I'm asking you to buy the filter so I can get paid my commission. And I'm asking you to help me find a car to buy. He goes, it's okay. You can take it. I kid you not, guys. So I said, okay. So he puts the money for me in an envelope and gives it to me, says, go. So I go downstairs, get in my car. Well, my car, the company's car with my driver. And I asked my driver to take me home. I went straight home. I got home, I got on my knees and I started praying. Because I was like, what is this? What's happening? I was so confused. I like ran home because I'm like, this is like, if this is real, I gotta get home. So I go home, get on my knees and I pray. And I say, God, bless this money. I don't understand why I'm having it, why I'm getting it. Bless this money. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, universe. This is all I kept saying. I prayed and I cried. But all this time, guys, I forgot that it was me doing it. This is what I want you to remember, that it is always you, the operant power, the operating system that is doing this. And because I forgot that part of me asking the universe to give me this car, that no matter what, I didn't know how I was going to get it, and but I was going to get it. I forgot. So of course, I called my boss actually at the time and I told him that, do you still have this person that you told me? Because my boss had told me that this person was selling a car for $6,000. And this is the car I ended up getting. And I ended up having $2,000 for myself. Guys, there is no logic to this. I was putting logic every time. And this is where I failed myself. At like other instances. But this is just one of many stories of how I was able to manifest so many things. And I thought about this story today and I said, I have to come and share it on here. Maybe it can help someone. And especially you have to remember this, that you are the movement. It's not happening outside of you. It's your faith that you need to build. This is where you persist in your faith. Work on that, whatever that means for you. Work on your faith. And the knowing is what you need to work on. If you have to repeat to yourself every day that you know you're going to get something until it gives you this feeling of neutrality or of a naturalness that you're saying it, like you feel like, yes, if this is what you have to do, then do that if that helps you. But when you stand firm and you say that something is going to happen no matter what, and you just start doing little work here and there, nothing that's going to require too much effort. Well, depending on the size of what you're looking for, right? And you have to also be specific. This is where I feel like when I said that I made a mistake is like I was not specific enough. Be specific of what you ask for. And if you're talking to people about what you desire, be shameless in your request. or in your asking, in your seeking, in your searching. Be shameless about it. So I just wanted to share this with you today. I hope it resonates with you. And if it does, please share in the comment section something. Okay, quotes from the Bible that sometimes I do know them that I'm misquoting, especially the one about faith being a substance. Be still and let yourself vibrate. Let that faith move from your heart to your brain. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this story resonates with you, and I hope that it was informative enough. If you have questions, please email me at theresilientmind369@gmail.com, or book a session with me for free for 30 minutes, or I think I have it for 45 minutes actually on Calendly. It's on my profile. Okay? Just see, maybe I can help you. All right, guys, God bless. Let's continue to prosper. Let's continue to transcend into our purest, truest, limitless self. All right.